that I made up for you?
No, I didn't see them in the box, but there's,
It needs to go in with your,
okay.
yeah. With her t-shirts and decals.
Okay.
Okay.
Get it on at all.
Do you happen to know which state has the highest real poverty rate in the country?
Did we have any clear pointer? Coming up.
Got some clear tape right here if you need it.
Okay, and she has.
Thing about the did in-house finding, I put $3,900 down. I paid it for setup at $500 a month for 10 years. First thing I did when I got the land was I cleared it when
Thanks, Daniel.
I cut a trail to the property. I paid delivered it. Instead of using rain catching system, I never ran out of water.
Print out tomorrow, I can't find it.
We turned it stone.
I must have left them laying at the, on the printer.
House, after 7 years, I paid it off. Down payment and payments.
I'm gonna go forward and see how that works.
Extra down water bill, and taxes. Put your job.
Why don't you like lunch?
I'll put it in there.
He doesn't like black people? Who says that?
Everybody.
Everybody, but what's the proof?
He said it. Like,
I'm gonna go off of what the facts are, and that's simply it. That
Well, I know I made a copy put in here, but then if I can find it.
they wrote. But what would your strong argument be? Because it's you saying it, so you gotta prove it to me. Do you think Joe Biden's a racist? Do you think Joe Biden's a racist? Listen, you really quoted said racist stuff. I mean, VP, we could say that. It's okay.
So, wonder what happened with
Trump's best friends
all
would be
his
from
friends.
Trump's
They didn't
So
come.
wouldn't that make him not a racist by that standard?
Who's friends?
Cadence.
Give it time a little bit here. Says 5:30, so.
He doesn't
time
like
is it?
black people? Who says that?
5:38.
Everybody, but what's the proof?
Seriously?
Hi, Deshaun. Hi, Lori. Hi, Sherry Thomas. How we doing?
Yeah.
We are back. Sorry I lost you all earlier. Hi, Carol. Hi, Leela, Piazza, Bartleman. Just getting everything set up. We're probably going to be eating here shortly.
Think so. No, sir. Thank you, though.
It's awesome sauce.
It is awesome sauce. My favorite saying. Besides, I'm a nobody.
I'd be lost without you. Ridley Bart, how are you doing? Beverly. Over there working, always working. Working.
Well, let's go ahead and, our food orders, it's down 84.
You want me to get her?
Yeah.
I hear somebody listening to me. I hear myself.
You hear an echo? Echo, echo.
I hear myself, guys.
I'm sharing it.
Thank you. Oh, I'm kicking it. Tell Joe I'll have his $50 or food. Which one, Joe? $50 or food?
For what?
Carol Burton.
Oh, I'm not worried about Carol Burton. Lord have mercy.
She's laughing.
If I was worried about it, I'd never give it up. I love you, girl.
He says your love is enough.
Sit down to eat.
We got a
Oh,
minute. We got order.
Yeah.
That thing picks up really well.
Hmm?
The sound on that picks up really well.
Yes, it does. That's why I gotta be careful what I say. And how far away.
Oh, good job.
You have to give a speech for this?
Yes, I was.
It went off.
To, but I did give one.
Yeah, well,
Well,
time
okay.
out.
Are you happy with how the speech went?
I
Don't have way too long to
think
touch
so.
it.
Of what I can remember, I said thank you. Thank you to Hollywood, all the young people. Keep me young. Thank you to all the young people. You old people. Old people can go. So, what did you I knew you lived forever, and then I walked out. Florida for freedom, no mandates. Honk for truckers.
You've got to be metallic and anything with
Sorry.
They're awesome. Alright, we're going 2 lanes wide.
Those are the bridge people. Those are my bridge people down there in Mar-Lago.
Mhm.
Every day is something different. Peoplesconvoy.org. The peoplesconvoy.org.
Awesome.
I love that.
We need them all around.
Oh, yeah. They're voting to impeach Biden right now. 218 yes, 209 no.
But if you impeach him,
Still got to go through the Senate and all that. Right?
if you impeach him, you can't hold him accountable for what he's done. Legally, I mean, criminally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
I haven't heard anything about that QU, but that's interesting.
Sorry about that. Dad, he's gonna have a Euro,
A Euro plate or a pita?
do the pita.
Pita?
Is it a
He
real?
said,
Is it
"What?
real
Don't be talking like
Euro
that
or
in
is
this
it some fake?
Italian
crap?
restaurant."
It's Italian. It's a
I
Euro.
think it's really it's like a mixture of lamb and chicken. I think that we use our
It's pretty good.
We used to have like the actual like rotating thing, but
Yeah.
we got rid of that a couple years ago.
I want the
Why?
plate, the Euro
The Euro
plate.
plate?
We might have to do that.
And order of fried pickles, please.
Gotcha.
French fries are really good.
Is that what y'all want?
We're having French fries and eggplant parmesan.
What are we auctioning off?
You want the eggplant parmesan
On the sub.
on the sub? We can do an eggplant parm sub, no bread. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Two of them.
Okay.
And the french fries, and can I get a house salad that we got last time with,
Was it with?
Are you sure, Wyoming girl?
What was on
Are you
that
sure?
well, it had cucumbers and tomatoes and onions and pepperoni.
Yeah, it's a half salad, just a regular half salad.
Y'all gonna come sit in with us?
Two of those. What dressings?
Okay.
She actually brought us olive oil and lemon.
Gotcha. Okay. I gotcha.
Is it possible to get that eggplant without the cheese?
Cheese? Yeah, we can do no cheese.
Can you?
Yeah. On both of those?
What? Yes.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, I was going to take it out.
No, I got you. We can take that out for you.
Okay.
And then
Keeps getting louder.
over here, we ordered
What all comes on the Euro?
the Euro plate. It comes with the Euro, the pita bread on the side, a salad, and then a side of your choice.
I mean, like actually on the Euro, like onions and all that kind of crap, or what?
It just comes plain usually,
Plain, and you fix it like a burger, whatever you want.
Euro.
unless you're running like a Euro pita. And then that one comes with onions, tomatoes, and lettuce.
Stuff in it.
Whatever it is, I don't want onions.
Okay.
Yeah, do the pita, I think.
Okay.
Hey, look at that. Look at that.
And then over here for you, sir.
Joe, are you eating?
Yeah, bone-in chicken wings.
10 or 20 of those.
Huh?
10 or 20 of the wings.
10. 10.
Hello.
Hey, how you
doing?
Good, come on in.
Maybe sells a seat.
How you doing?
All right.
Awesome sauce.
How you
Joe.
doing? I'm Chip.
Hey, Chip.
Good to see you.
You think I wouldn't show?
Papa Kentucky. My name's Odell. My name's Crystal. Just our handles.
I don't do onions there to fuck Darius.
What's your name, hon?
George.
I'm just talking to the people.
Get to know some people. Here we go.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Oh, we have menus.
Whoa.
Yeah, Papa
Do
made
you have
this.
I got you some.
Thank you.
No problem. Let me get that over.
Okay, quick. Please, thank you.
Have you eaten here before?
I have.
Oh, you don't? Are you Italian?
I spent half my life in New York.
He's got it coming.
So, I
We
mean,
cleaned it up.
How's
Italian
everybody
food's
doing?
everywhere.
I bet it's really
You know,
good.
I even live in a very Italian area.
Papa Patriot, Plumber B,
Yeah. Well, that's like
Gracie
if
Carey
you go to
Mission,
Greece, you know what.
Wyoming Girl,
And
QU, Darius, Nefarious,
It's not the best I ever had.
Sis Sparks, Gavin, Carol Burton. Welcome everybody.
You got him.
Welcome, welcome,
Sorry about that.
welcome.
Little splash, but never everybody.
Heck of a first impression.
say it wherever you want.
Thanks, sweetheart. I appreciate you.
Hey, where are the packets? Yeah, he's got one.
Welcome guys.
You're in my.
Mrs. wants to know
Oh, okay.
what you named your baby, Wyoming Girl. Or,
They're in my totem. There you go. Have a table.
It's just this button right there.
I got you.
One
Just that one?
here. Yeah, and then it makes it go up.
keyboard is half Italian.
Was it not working? I don't know. Well, it worked just now. Maybe you need any help with that.
I sure did.
You want me to show you how to use that? You just push the button. There's ice on the floor. Are we going skating?
You got Mountain Dew?
Oh,
We don't know yet.
Okay.
And then for your wings, you want the mild, you want hot.
at least it's not flat.
I want to know what they put in this bread because I was really, really, really hungry and then I ate 2 pieces of bread and then my belly's bloated. Like I'm.
It's probably high yeast.
Makes you not hungry anymore? Huh.
Do you think it's got cheese in it?
No, it's no cheese in it.
Olive oil? I don't know.
Is
Do a what?
Angie coming?
No, Angie's not gonna make it
Already on the
tonight.
right track because you know how I feel about the Constitution and how it's getting this whole forgotten about. And you can't just kill the part. Like, piloted left and right this week.
I have to agree.
Yes.
Me
Gotta
too.
stand up
I watch a
tonight.
lot of like these First Amendment auditors, and I mean I don't watch the ones that like go out and tag you know, but just
Long Island Auditor's a pretty good guy.
No,
Paul Sean Reyes is alright,
Yeah.
we have to
but
stand up.
the way he does his videos are a little drawn out and it makes it hard to watch.
Yeah. But Long Island, he's more of an educator like we are.
You know, like my whole view on the whole situation with cops. I mean, we need emergency responders as a society. We need someone to uphold the laws.
Right.
What I really appreciated if they were actually taught what the laws were.
Yes, sir. Yes,
We
sir.
have to
Well, see,
educate. Activate, motivate.
what you're seeing is a two-tier justice system.
Well, it's not
Okay.
even that. They're going through these 6-week training courses, being told that what comes out of your mouth is law, and that's not the
That's a
case.
fact. Yes, sir.
You know,
I think
not
the
getting any
representatives in D.C. do that same
They
thing.
do.
They
You know,
certainly
and I'd
do.
like to see stricter, regulations for being law enforcement. They should,
Oh.
if they're going to enforce laws, they should be taught what they are, according to the Constitution.
Yes, sir.
She gonna knock it over?
Did he get another one?
You will.
Oh, okay.
I haven't figured out what yet.
Do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I put my arm down, it just felt real sticky. This is what it's been, clean with the lawn products. They're using disinfectant, wood polish, or furniture polish.
Yeah, I agree.
As long as it's sanitary, that's all we care about out here.
Which is so sad. Are we ready to order?
Yeah, I still need to look.
We just came from, oh gosh, what was the name of that place up there? Sneedville. And that's a quaint little place.
Yeah, I actually worked for the Mason that worked at power company building.
Okay.
Hi Beverly, hi Wyoming girl, Carol
I
Bergen,
like,
Beautiful up there.
I like
USA,
the memorials they had for the
Gator
vets
girl,
that died in the wars.
man,
The statue monument they had from the VFW. That was pretty. I asked a couple guys that were sitting on the bench up there. I said, "You
Yes,
being
it's
that
working.
Antifa come try to take this statue down?" He said,
Antifa
"Oh no."
Antifa wouldn't survive around here. Vanished into the woods.
Exactly about what he said. Yes, sir. But
hi Gloria.
From here to Sneedville, you're looking at like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's already out in the middle of nowhere.
it's beautiful out there. It really is. And the people are very receptive to freedom, the flag. They don't equate the flag for Donald Trump. It's America. It's not Donald Trump. We're not red. We're not blue. We're red, white, and blue. We're
I don't
Americans.
consider myself a conservative. I consider myself a constitutional moderate.
Thank you.
Thank you. And
We was at the mall.
Because there's things on both sides that I agree with and disagree with.
right.
And I have my opinions on some of them. Like the whole LGBTQ. I mean, this is too public for me to get into one of my rants on that. But
I don't think this is too public for that, but
Not at all. But anyway.
yeah.
but at the same time, I'm also for making certain things good. Let people make their own choices and do what they want to do, good or bad.
That's right, that's
Don't
your
punish them for
relationship.
what they're doing. Punish
Thank
them
you.
for what they do when they
Can
when
you
they
get
do
that rag back?
No,
too?
I do not like
Laws there,
mushrooms.
just punish them,
No, I'll eat the steak without the mushrooms and
It's
onions.
between you and God what you do with your life. You know, just leave the children.
Yeah, but don't
alone.
push it on somebody, especially the children.
But we gotta get the parents back in the school boards so that the
Yeah.
politicians aren't raising our children anymore. We
What the
have-
schools are doing now is just
Yeah.
beyond twisted.
Yeah.
Too many politicians. We need to get the parents
Yeah.
back in the school boards so that parents are saying what kids are being taught instead of politicians.
You know, it's like,
Virginia was
I don't
voted the
know
most
what your guys'
patriotic
view
state in
was on
USA.
Trump,
Oh my
but
goodness.
When it was, when he was getting
What
elected,
who said that?
Trump was not my vote.
Exactly.
I honestly saw it.
No, I don't need fungus.
Side coin of Hillary Clinton.
Uh,
But when he got into office, 'cause I made my vote, it wasn't for him, but he got in. And his 4 years, with what he did do, I was impressed with.
Absolutely.
He did his best to follow through on his campaign promises.
Show me.
And I honestly, I wanted Ted Cruz.
yeah.
I wanted to see it come down to him and Hillary. And I'm still Hillary from prison.
Yeah, absolutely. As quick as possible.
You mean Crooked Hillary?
Sure.
What? She never did anything wrong.
Administration that's in there now belongs in prison.
You know,
We
Yeah.
gotta start down here at the grassroots level, and we gotta build this back up again. You know, we're not gonna be able to go in there, we tried, 34 days out there on the National Mall, we was there 24/7, and it was occupied. Didn't get nowhere with our Congress. 70, at least 70 people a day emailing and phone calling your Congress and still not be able to get redress.
Do you have some
know, there's-
napkins,
there's
please?
something wrong with that. It works for us, you know?
Thank
Well, that's the whole
you.
thing, is once they get in there, they're getting their paycheck, they don't care about who or them, they just know they're in.
They get more
How
than
do you
paycheck.
like your
We need to
steak
bring it
cooked?
back down here to the grassroots part though, you know who your
Rancho.
constitutionalists
Medium well. I like it medium well.
In this area, and then they'll go move on up the ladder.
I don't like it
You know,
alive.
We know that they're constitutional, we know they're gonna speak for the people, so we're gonna be voting for them. We're gonna be supporting those people that are gonna be voting for we the people. And doing our history, doing our research. We've got a lot of internet warriors out there, because they're not able to get up and get out and about and do what we do, but they're able to go on the internet and they're able to look at that research and let us know what's going on.
I'll take 20 chickens.
Wonder what's going on with the impeachment. Let's see if we can figure that out. See if we can find a link.
That's the reason we come down here to, individual, I'm trying to hit every county seat, at least every county seat, and then some. Just trying to get folks educated.
My brother here, he showed me the pamphlet he got the other day. And, I've been wanting to find something like this. I've lost friends on Facebook and stuff, but I've known for years that like I knew in real life.
Yeah.
Because of how divisive the political views have gotten.
We gotta unite back up. The government's done an awesome job at dividing
And
us.
I've learned that
We have to
just
unite.
just repeating the stuff that I'm learning out in the echo chamber, it's not doing anything. Not changing anybody's mind.
One American at a time. We're gonna get it done. That's what I say.
I can't be a keyboard warrior. I want to, something.
Oh, hands on.
Like
Get out there and do something.
one of my biggest pet peeves is every time I hear one of these politicians saying we're killing democracy. You can't kill something that doesn't exist because we are not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic.
Amen, brother.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely. And the more we get that out there, the more education we give these folks, the more we're gonna have to stand up. And
Do you know the date we
it's
got
coming.
that back?
It's coming.
Do you know the date we got that back? Being a constitutional republic.
When we signed the Constitution?
No, sir. July 16th of last year, when we were out on the mall. That's when we got the constitutional republic back. And we got to keep it. That's what who was it? Benjamin Franklin? No. Who was it come out and said, you've got a republic if you can keep it.
Explain that, Joe.
Explain that.
Got a republic.
That day we got the Constitution back,
explain it?
Yeah.
Sure. We were sitting outside of the hotel in D.C. when we were occupying it for 34 days, and that's when Donald Trump came in, and him and I think it was Marjorie Taylor Greene came out while we were outside and was speaking with us. That is the day. There you go.
We gotta fight.
You weren't there, though.
We gotta keep it united.
You and Pop didn't come on that.
I said they did a fantastic job of dividing us. This time for
Sure
America
did.
to unite back
Well,
up.
they've been doing this since 2006 or 2008.
Earlier than that, they started that indoctrination in
Alright,
the
guys.
early 90s or early 80s. Whenever they stepped in and told parents to no longer be able to pray in school and no longer be able to say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Protesting, you were
No, it's dirty. Let me cut that up for you.
All right, guys, we're back. Hi, Virtual Productions. How you doing?
They have pretty good food here, don't they?
Ladies.
I think this Mom,
What happened?
I think the salad yours.
Yes.
I didn't get a salad. Jeez, oh,
I
please.
didn't get a salad either. I didn't think about it.
We will. No, you're
Oh, they're over on there with the pig.
I didn't think about it either, but that's okay.
But I did get a euro.
Huh?
A euro?
Oh, that's pretty good.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Have some of these?
The last one I had
No,
wasn't so
thank
good.
Fried pickles?
No, no fried pickle for me.
Oh, fried pickles. You guys like fried pickles?
Thank you.
Can you get that bread out of your way, Mom?
No.
Sit it up here and talk. Let's see how well that works, right?
How come they all got food? They all got food over there. You like fried pickles? I like fried pickles too, but not them big giant ones like that.
This way.
Like the chips.
Wyoming wants some fried pickles.
Fried pickle chips.
Okay, Wyoming, I'll send them off to you. send me an email so I get your address.
She's. I'll take them to her when I take her out on prom.
Oh, okay. We'll make sure to keep them nice and fresh.
So,
No, that needs to be each unit, yeah.
Man, I'm just sitting there. Look, now ain't nobody there. He's back
No,
over the other
right
way.
on the floor.
Yes, Wyoming girl, go make fried pickles.
Pretty good stuff, Daddy? Good. You get an even more structured presentation, okay? Thank you. More for me. Find them all?
Don't eat the food of the animals.
So we're gonna have a presentation from our leader.
When?
We are going to eat.
After we finish dinner.
Oh, right.
It's about a 25-minute presentation.
Okay.
His name is David Rydell. He's actually a truck driver from Ohio. Whenever the People's Convoy started in February of 2022, they started out from Adelanto, California.
Did you guys see that?
I kept up with it on the news. I watch the main news station I watch. I mean, I watch them all just to see what they're saying. But the main news station I watch is Newsmax because
Oh, yes.
it seems to have
The more-
the most honest.
Right.
But I
We
had
started-
seen on there.
We had started with
Yeah.
them. Mom and Pa actually been on the road since February of 2022, whenever they left California.
Yeah.
And whenever the People's Convoy decided that they had completed their mission by rounding the Beltway in D.C., we decided we wasn't done. We still got more redress to do with our government. You know, we can't just drop it at that. You know, it was against the mask mandates. It was against the mandated shots, and
I didn't get any of the shots.
well, anyway.
And I know a few people that did and wound up getting COVID anyway.
And we probably end up sicker in the meantime. Just the destruction that the government caused over a cold, a flu, whatever. But we still have to stand up for them too, Everybody's freedoms mean something different to them. We have to stand for everybody's freedom, no matter what it means to them also. Like what you said. We have a Bill of Rights. We have a Bill of Rights for a reason.
This
You
thing they're
can't
doing
trust
where they're
mainstream
having
media.
men playing in women's sports, that's ridiculous. There's no need for that.
It's a slap in the face of women's rights.
Exactly.
Agreed. If you're not going to remember history, you're destined to repeat it. And whenever the schools aren't even teaching history in the classrooms
The
anymore.
problem is right now is it's not that they're not teaching history. They're trying to rewrite it.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. Agreed.
They're trying trying to shift the blame on who did what and who's responsible for what.
Absolutely.
At
Take it.
Thanksgiving, you can't do nothing with pilgrims no more because they were all racists that killed the Indians.
Oh, yeah,
It's like
right?
the Washington
It's like our
Redskins.
forefathers.
There was no
That's what
Indians
they're
that were
doing
upset
now.
about the name of the
They
football
feel like
team.
they're entitled
It was a
because
bunch
they're-
of old white men that thought they were Indian that were upset about the name of the football team.
Oh, the Redskins, yeah. I remember seeing years back they tried to change the name of the Redskins.
Like years back, they successfully did it.
An Indian, and he was an old man, came forward and said, look, I don't know why they're trying to change the name. They took that name because they had
They
made
honored-
like their first field on what was our land. So them taking that name is an honor
Honor.
to us.
Yes.
Right.
Well, like he said, just a few years ago now, which I have no doubt, a couple of years after that old man passed, to where people, you know, don't know. Oh, it was racist. We got to change it now.
And now their ancestors think they're entitled to something because of the hardship that they went
Oh,
through.
yeah.
But like I said, if you're not going to remember your history, then
Well,
you're
the first slave
destined to
owner in
repeat
this,
it.
first slave owner in this country was black, but you don't hear anybody saying anything
No,
about that.
no, you don't.
No, they're trying to erase history and delete things and take things away and not
You
teach
take
them.
you take a history book from 1956, which we found in the library, and compare it to the history book of 2015. I mean, it's totally backwards compared to what the history book said back in the day, whenever they were writing truth history.
Well, you can
Facts.
say
Up north somewhere, it has in their halls for Abraham, memorial to Abraham Lincoln, labeling him as a Democrat.
Yeah, yeah. Where'd they come up with it?
You
Like
know,
I said, it's not.
like he was not a Democrat.
facts.
He was the first Republican.
Yeah. It's just the facts. They're not given facts. We have to be the ones to step up, and there's a difference between truth and facts. Your truth is what you believe. Facts is what you can prove. So we have to make sure we get the facts out there and that people realize who it is
The
that
way I
they're.
look at it is facts. The facts are the truth. You don't get an opinion on what the truth is. You might not believe it. Doesn't mean that that's the truth.
Amen.
Well,
Even if it's your truth, it's still not the truth.
Everybody's truth is something different to them. You can have a conversation with three people, and all three people are going to come out with a different aspect of the truth. And then but the facts will prove. That's the one that you can actually put down on paper is a fact. That's. You gotta. There's a difference between the truth and the fact. Everybody's own opinion is their truth, but the facts is something that you can look up and put on, in ink on paper saying this is truth. Like our history. Not their history. Not America's history. The men
When you
standing
look
on
at
that
the
flag.
fact that they stopped. Now, you call me a conspiracy theorist if you want, but the fact that they've stopped teaching script, cursive writing.
So they can't read the founding documents.
That's exactly what I believe it's for. You look at the kids who are just starting school now, by the time they reach our age, they'll have to have the founding documents read to them
Exactly.
from someone who knows how to do that. And they can tell them whatever they want it to be.
They can. They can say whatever that says.
That's scary.
Looky here.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, looky here. Make some room.
I haven't seen him, sorry. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
This one's over here. Take this out of the way here so you don't spill it. You're very welcome.
Yeah. I'm not the only one.
This is one that you picked up. Put the sauce on there.
I was going to check the colors, but not sure.
Yep. Yeah.
What dressing would you recommend that?
Let's take it with the way it is. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Don't need anything else with it?
Joe, you need anything?
No, thank you.
Good,
Okay, you guys
good.
enjoy.
Thank you so much.
Come on.
Maybe you will make it. Okay.
The other thing that's getting under my skin too is all these freaking law enforcement agencies that are on the federal level. They're making up these rules like they have the power to make law and they're trying to enforce it.
Oh, yeah, right? Well, that was the whole deal. Whenever they step up and say, oh, you're supposed to do this and supposed to do that from these executive orders, it's not law.
Well, it's like
Legislators
that pistol
didn't
brace
pass
law,
that.
for guns.
Oh,
All of a sudden, now they deem them illegal. And if you get caught with one now, you can be considered a felon.
they did that in Illinois, and 99 of their sheriffs stepped up and said, no, we're not enforcing it. People's got their rights. We're gonna honor the Constitution.
Unless
It
the
looks
whole thing
good.
is it's not
We'll see.
It's not going to be local law enforcement trying to enforce that. It's going to be the
I
ATF.
don't know.
Yeah. And you know your sheriff can stop that. Your sheriff's
If
more
they have
powerful
no-
than your ATF.
You heard about the IRS raiding a gun store,
Yeah.
saying they were there to check tax returns and stuff like that, and the only thing they took was the information on everybody that purchased the gun.
Yeah.
The local police, the mayor, nobody knew nothing about it until after it happened.
Oh, snuck right in there, didn't they? Oh,
And with a federal warrant, saying they were there for one thing but took another.
yeah, we gotta step up. As Americans,
you
we
know,
gotta step up.
The state law overrides the federal law every time. They're doing it, they're
We the
turning
people.
it around now.
Yeah, we need to bring the power back to the states, so the federal government don't have that power. There's a lot of ABC companies up there in DC that don't even need to be there. Send that power back to the states. Like I said, we've proved that you can't get your power from DC, because we've been there, tried that, it's not working. We aren't gonna have to get down here into the states, and our legislators down here is going to have to step up for us. You know, we have to hold them accountable. And if they're not going to speak for we the people, we got to get them out of there. And it's uniting as Americans to get that done. We have to show them. You know, if you're not going to be a constitutionalist and vote for what we the people
Santa's
want, then
he's online.
we got 10,000 people on this website right here that's going to back us, and you're out of there. We're going to
I
find
don't know,
somebody in
Cammy.
there that will speak for we the people.
I don't think it's a real true Greek zero. But we're gonna eat it.
It's more.
No, it's
Over there. That's just time for us to stand up as Americans.
You need to stop having politicians, career.
Oh,
It
definitely term
needs
limit.
it needs to go back to what it was supposed to be. It should be
Absolutely.
every average day Joes. I mean, we want smart, dumb ones in there.
If you can't get it
You know,
done
but-
in one, even 2 terms, it's time to use
Well,
all.
it's not even just the terms. I mean,
When they did with the president.
it's pretty much just lawyers going from law school once they learn the law a little bit, going into politics rather than being,
But
the butcher,
career
or,
politicians, yeah,
someone that
the
owns
career
business
politicians
around
have to stop. It wasn't meant to be a career out of being in politics. You're supposed to go in, do what you need to do for your communities and for your constituents, and then go on about your business and let other folks step in and do what they can do for their communities and their constituents.
I remember, well, I don't remember because it's not in my lifetime, but I know that it used to be, if you wanted to run for an office, you were disqualified from running for that office. You were simply chosen by the people people.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's what the way the Constitution says. That's the way our forefathers wrote it.
Chair now recognizes the gentleman from Alabama to
Got the,
One of the things that kind of worries me, and you can see it coming, is
Girl
all the
testify.
constitutional overreaches that so many are trying to do right now. The conflict is going to end up coming because I know lots of people that, you know, you try and come for their gun, you're going to get it first, you know, one ball at a time.
But if we don't unite, whenever that time comes, what are you gonna do? You know, we have to be
They're
united.
definitely uniting.
We have to be united. One person standing up against that's not gonna do it. We have to
No.
unite up and be for
But you can
America.
tell from all the riots that they're having, and some of these riots, they bust people in from other cities and states.
They do. They do.
So they've got their stuff together. You know,
We're getting paid to do that.
you know, when I had stopped and initially talked to you guys and you said what you were for, I was actually hoping when I got here tonight that there was a bigger turnout.
Oh, so was I. So was I. That kind of surprised me that it didn't, because we've got a lot of support over the last 2 weeks that we've been down here. I think we had a lot more people show up.
I
know
got
our
home
state
and
meeting-
showed my brother the pamphlet you gave me, and I was like, look, we want to go to this thing. And you had told me about another one for Saturday.
Yeah, we're having a rally on Saturday.
And he
in
said,
Greenville.
it doesn't say exactly what time and stuff like that on here. He said, but this one we can go to Thursday. I was like, all right, we'll do that.
Good. Well, we've had,
Well, I wanted to hear,
With
I
this
wanted to
being
see
on
what
the-
you guys were about before I commit going to a rally, because I mean,
right.
say you guys, you know, leaning too far left for me.
You don't want to
I
have to
don't
be
want,
stuck.
it's not that I don't want to hear what, I mean, I'll sit here and I'll discuss with you all day long in the hopes that maybe you'll hear something that's truth rather than what you're being drilled into your head
Right.
with bullshit.
Yeah. Agreed.
You know,
Hey, you
and I've
looking
had
good over
civil
here?
conversations with liberals before.
Thank you. Hey, hey.
And it was peaceful. And they actually thanked me for not being.
That's tzatziki sauce. It's like a cucumber base.
We have
Do you
to
have
do
any
it
sour cream?
peacefully.
Yeah, I can get
I
to
mean,
it.
we can't be
So,
out
you know,
breaking windows. and
but I'm not gonna go to a rally that, you know, is promoting, you know, Psycho Joe and, you know, and rooting for all these gender protectors.
No, no, that's not who we are. We're for that Constitution all the way, and for the Lord. I mean, the Christian Judeo beliefs is how they wrote that Constitution. It's there. You know, you can't deny it. And we have to stand for morality. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We have to.
You've seen the painting of Washington kneeling next to his horse praying. Do you know what Bible that was he had?
Probably King James, I would say.
It was the Geneva Bible.
Oh, yeah.
That is much older than the King James. It was actually the first English translation. I looked real hard, but I wound up getting myself a copy of it.
Oh, that's awesome. Where'd you find it
Yeah,
at?
the King James
Actually,
has
it
been
wasn't
altered
me
a
that
little.
found it. It was a pastor. I'm
Took
trying
more than a bit.
Yes, sir.
He was a pastor. He was a Messianic Jew, which I never knew existed, but I had met
You said it.
the Jews that believe Christ was the Savior.
Absolutely.
And I got to talking to the guy, and I told him about the Bible, and he got in contact with some people he knew.
Oh,
and
that's awesome.
He wound up finding a used copy of it, and
Awesome.
I had a special cover made for it.
That's amazing. That was all part of God's plan. You meet the right people.
I'm just getting a slot.
It's all right, man. Italians, they love sloppiness. Yes, they do.
If I didn't get messy, I probably wouldn't be eating.
That's what I'm telling you. Yes, they do.
I got one.
I have had that Italian grandmother tell me that I am too skinny and need to eat more. See me now.
Right.
It's not bad. It's all right.
I didn't get this way by looking at food.
Yeah.
Where was your grandmother from?
My grandmothers were both born in New York.
Oh, crap.
When my mom was a teenager, her family uplifted and moved out to Colorado. My grandfather followed the company he was working for. And so eventually my father went out and found her.
What part
So
of New
what
York?
brought you this area?
Yeah.
Me.
You?
My grandma's from
You decided to come to
Babylon.
Tennessee?
She had a house there
I tried to come to Tennessee.
and beach house there
I
as
got a
well.
brother-in-law down here when
Yeah, I
I
had
had
right
the
there on
big housing bubble burst in 2008.
Okay.
Right there in a town called Almont, right across.
You-
I used
I
to go right
went-
across there.
I went to visit her and I paid the same toll 3 times on the
Because
island.
he had got himself one of those hot dog carts.
Serious.
Oh, yeah?
And he was
Almost
like,
ran myself into a mountain.
Don't look like this.
It was
And I
crazy.
said, "Rick," I said, "Can you come down and show me?" I was
It's
like,
okay.
Come down. I come
Yeah,
down.
I was little, I was like
I
17.
helped him get
And
a
yeah.
better product than what he was getting.
Anymore, and if I was to go back to New York, it's because there's a lot of money involved.
Don't go back to
I
New
started
York.
to get to know the people
Upstate,
in Tennessee.
I wouldn't go towards the city at all.
Well,
At all.
And at first I
Like night and
thought,
day, isn't it?
at first I
my
thought
father
that they
was
were
cremated
being
and buried
sarcastic,
on a knoll,
like just
on a
nasty.
little property up in a little town called Wells, New York, Indiana.
And
Okay.
it wasn't until
Well, that'd be all right,
an
but the
outlet
city,
woman
no,
had come
don't
up
go
and got
there.
something, and she was
Anymore, I
talking
mean,
the
with
same
my
way
father
everybody
being
else
gone,
did.
I have no reason to go back to New York. I mean, that's why I'm saying pretty much take getting really large, so we're talking seven figures.
Yeah.
For me to go
Wasn't
back to New
no
York.
sarcasm about it, huh?
What we got going on over here,
So
guys?
nice.
That nice to you in New York, they
You know,
told
that's the only
you
thing I
easy
can
to
do.
get
Because of this and more
Oh,
on
really?
Crystal.
Is not the same.
Oh, that's
So
like I
when
said, night
people
and
are
day.
talking to me like that, I'm like,
But I
Yeah,
make just as
my
good.
partner lives up
Like
by the
this.
Finger Lakes.
then I realized they
It's
were
beautiful
genuinely
up there.
That nice.
That's
I told my
amazing.
brother-in-law, I was like, look, I'm going home just to pack up my stuff. I'm moving down here.
These are real folk.
These are the kind of people I want to be around.
Right.
So now that you know where the rally will be Saturday over at the Veterans Memorial in Greenville, y'all gonna come?
I'll have to look into it.
Okay.
We work for the same company, and sometimes they want us to work on Saturdays, and they
Well,
don't call us until we're
You want me to
out
call
on
them and
Friday.
tell them to let you off? I'll call them and tell them to let you
No.
off with pay.
With,
Yeah.
look, I don't know if they'll let us off with the overtime, because that's what Saturday is for us.
Right.
We don't get Saturdays often, but when we do get them, we don't know about it until we're clocking out Friday night.
Right. Gotcha.
Know how that is.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have like a potluck get together over there.
Sorry,
pick up
guys.
some hot dogs, and we got an online auction going.
If I come, is there anything I need to bring?
Favorite cookout dish?
Chip, you got some cooking to do.
I don't know if they can handle my Colorado trip.
I was thinking of the
Oh, come on, give us a shot. We're
bacon
everywhere.
wrapped stuffed chicken.
Oh,
That'd
yeah.
be too much work.
Sounds good.
Oh, it's really good.
That's
It's
your
just,
favorite cookout dish?
you know, making it for 2 people is an hour process.
Yeah.
So we'll do like that party I
It's
brought it
a
to.
little easier.
We'll cut it in slices.
There you go.
Yeah.
They do the subs, just cut them up.
Well, when I go to New York, I'll make some big heat.
I grew up on Long Island.
It wasn't bad. It was good.
Between Colorado and Long Island.
I have no complaints. It wasn't a real true Euro, but it was good.
Cooking stuff down.
Did you drive out or did you fly?
When I moved here, I flew out. When I went back to get my stuff, I drove. Yeah, I've been here almost 8 years.
Thanks, Trina, for translating.
What company y'all work for?
Can you please explain where you are? Was this a meeting or just some restaurant? It's a meeting at a restaurant.
No, there's a hardware store. They're local. They've been here 100 years.
Trying to look for the name of it.
But they have a truss shop for building roof
It's an
trusses.
Italian restaurant.
Back. And that's what we do. We build roof trusses and cordless.
These guys are both builders.
I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but
What, this?
Yeah.
Gondolier.
Gondolier. Right up.
With an S.
Gondoliers.
Still chomping.
Italian restaurant. And we're going to be showing the
Yeah, me too.
seminar
Let that settle
video.
down a little bit.
You know, honestly, this is the first one I've attended, so I'm going to be learning myself.
Pretty amazing. Thank you for
We can learn together.
When you said you were about the Constitution, it definitely piqued my interest. That's why I said I was hoping more
I'm
people
surprised
would
the
be
boy has
here.
not been here. That really surprises me.
I'm gonna tell you, come back in 2 months, this place is gonna be full.
Oh, I see, Crystal. I wonder why. Virtual can't see what Crystal's saying. That's weird.
And I'm gonna tell you,
Just because the place is full, don't mean I'm looking to run away.
it's not gonna be because of us that this place is gonna be full. It's gonna be because of the Lord Jesus. That is 1776, but
It's to learn about the
close enough.
Constitution.
My brother's not as Christian as I am.
Standing up for
I
our rights,
try and
freedoms.
bring him closer as often as I can, but it makes us get into our own little debates.
Well, you know, that's your own relationship with the Lord. You can't
Well-
push that on somebody else. They gotta develop their own relationship.
One of the better arguments I've had with him was, if you're right and I'm wrong, when I die, I'll just be dead.
Yeah.
But if I'm right and you're wrong, when we die, I know where I'm going.
Yeah. Do you know where you're going? I want you to be there with me, brother.
you ain't gonna be dead. Neither one of them.
Yeah, so this is the first one I've been to, so we're going to see exactly what all this entails. There's a video series, and then I believe somebody will be talking a little
What
bit.
happened to the thing that was up on the TV there? Took it
Oh.
down?
I think it might have timed out.
Oh.
I think we were chit-chatting and I didn't realize that it went out.
Honestly, I think the Constitution was written in a pretty well plain way that you don't really have to interpret anything. It's pretty well self-explanatory.
Video pause.
I believe anybody that tries to interpret it in a different way is just trying to interpret it in their own way. It was written very clearly and very plainly.
You know what their music is? I wonder if they can shut this off.
We'll just get a little louder.
No, Convoy Santa's not coming. He won't be here.
I think it's.
That was a recorded presentation?
Yes. From our leader. It's from our leader. He goes through and explains to you why we're here and why we're doing what we're doing. And
There.
then basically stepping into what we're going to do to get our Constitution back, Constitutional Republic back. And then follow up with some of the things that we're doing
Hi, Mom.
locally. I've got all of District 1 on the Tennessee page, so we're working on getting internet warriors busy and finding out whether or not they're true constitutionalists, whether it's kicking for we people, and we're going to get this done. We're going to hold them accountable. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm cleaning their eyes.
Oh, good.
Is that better?
I think we're about ready to
It wasn't bad. It was pretty good.
Wasn't bad. Calzone.
No, I didn't get a calzone. I got a gyro.
What did you do?
Yeah,
Which one?
it was alright.
Right. I like gyro.
You like what?
Gyro.
Gyro?
Some of this stuff.
I don't know. I used to say gyro.
Yeah, right.
What town did you say that rally is in?
What?
What town is that rally in?
Greenville.
Fine.
I'm sorry?
Greenville.
Greenville?
Oh, that's fine.
At the Veterans Memorial Park.
How communism works.
How communism works. That's true.
It's everybody's job to stop communism.
They're definitely trying to make this into a dictatorship.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Let's see if we can zoom in on that thing up there. Alright, let's see.
Looks like something we can't follow.
Depending on where you are, QU, I'll drop one off to you.
I'm sorry?
We go to every state, and usually there are people that are interested in.
That is why we're in Ukraine, by the way, to stop communism and dictatorships from taking whatever you want. Are you sure? That's kind of not the idea that I have, but I'm not in the middle of all that, so I can't give details, but I know there's a lot of things going on over there that should not be happening.
California? That's surprising.
A lot of
Yeah.
trafficking,
Something like this was able to start in California.
bio
California's one of the worst.
weapon facilities being taken out.
California one time.
Really, I think the war is more of just about money. It's to make money. It's to make the elite more rich.
And I got to see
And
Palm Springs.
I think that the war just needs to stop.
Politics and them dudes out there. That vault could
Get that
crack
fake
it.
actor
The ocean
out of there.
Many people got out, but I would not lose a bit of sleep over
Don't
it.
feel bad, yeah. Need to get them out of it. We tried, but
You know, it really bothers me that you get these hardcore liberals that get tired of paying, taxes in California and moving to these other states because it happened in Colorado.
yeah.
And they move these other states.
Zelensky is just an actor. He's an actor. He's a paid actor. Way before he was ever even a president of Ukraine. He's a paid actor.
Junior and high, living in Colorado, you could rent a 2-bedroom apartment for $400 a month.
We took a. We need to look into that, QU, because
Colorado, but I didn't see what.
We kind of took over with Zelensky and installed Zelensky ourselves. The U.S. installed him over there. We took over their sovereignty a few years ago.
So many people rushed into Colorado that a $500 studio apartment was going to $1,500 a month in that crap neighborhood. Well, that's not just that. It's because there's such a high demand that you're jacking these prices. And I found myself, I just went through a bad breakup. And I found myself 40 years old in my mom's basement. I didn't find a job other than
Well, at least Ronald Reagan
there was no way.
had learned the truth about stuff. He might have been a paid actor. He might have been, but at least he cared about the American people and getting the truth out. Unfortunately, he was unable to succeed in that, but.
Well, now I work. I work for a company that builds root trusses. Yeah.
We need a box, mate.
It's done like in some
How many? Just one?
type setup.
One for me, I don't know.
I'm a big
Get the
supporter.
pattern for what the roof is going to look like, and we put it out and we set it up. I like to form and we bang them together and stack up 40 trusses that are going to a new house to build.
Just in this state, or y'all?
Well, we lived in this county, right?
No, I'm saying your trusses.
Well, they go all over. I know they go as far as like down in Knoxville and stuff like that. I don't know what the farthest they've got, but there's other
I didn't side with anybody. I'm saying
I've heard they go to Kentucky.
I'm not siding with either side. I think it all just needs to stop. I'm not siding with either side. The war needs to stop. It's unnecessary.
Been around for over 100 years.
And you took my plate.
Sorry. I didn't take your plate yet.
And does anyone want to look at a dessert menu today? For any cake or anything?
I don't.
One of everything.
Some more napkins too, please.
Gotcha.
If possible. Thank you.
But I want to get more involved because just sitting at home yelling at the TV just makes me frustrated because there's no one listening. It's not helping anybody.
That's why you got it.
Here we go.
But
Thank you, sir.
we can take your voice if you sign up. And let's take your voice because you'll be one of the numbers. Your powers. Happy birthday. Where's David? He's
And they even had it this one. Yeah.
You have children?
No. I've never been married, never had kids. I've never found a wish line up about the long enough to get that far. And at this point, I mean, my age, if it ain't happened by now, it's just not.
Don't put God in the box.
I'm sorry?
Don't put God in the box.
Oh, and
He
just
might
got
have
married.
something special for you.
He just got married.
Hey, I'm older than he is. I'm single, no children. But good Lord deems it so, it'll happen.
That's a fact.
I mean, I wouldn't shun anybody if it turned out that I had a kid, but I can't be there for the special moments as it's growing up. The chances are not as abundant if I had them.
Might be wiser though now.
Well, most men in my family die by 63.
Is it hard?
There's a lot of sudden heart attacks in my family. Marcus died. Carter Statute, yeah.
Well, that's another thing I think that the government.
Quick question. Are we all gonna be in one check?
Well, I also, a lot of people
Yeah.
don't realize it, but
Okay.
I say a lot of it also is a lot of steroids.
He asked if
My
it's gonna be
eyes.
on one check. I said, yeah.
Because over time, when you're passing that stuff on new generations, and, like when New York tried to limit soda sizes, it's not the size of soda that's making people fat, it's the fact that there's so much steroid pumped into our meat. And I'm your typical red-blooded American. I love my steak and I like my chicken.
But you can get chicken that doesn't have it.
If you can afford it. It costs more to get smaller chickens.
Isn't that the
You know,
truth,
it's funny,
right?
we found out that the farmers markets around here, actually, the meat is cheaper on the market.
Right now, unfortunately, I'm sleeping on my brother's couch because I had to move out. My landlord died. And then there was a bunch of disputes between who I owed money to and what needed to be done and to save that. So I was like, well, I ain't gonna give you no money, but I'll move out. So now I'm in the process of trying to find a place.
You just about have that problem. Raising the rent.
Yeah, my third. Holy cow, there's no way I can do that.
I'm stuffed.
Two-bedroom apartment instead of a four-bedroom house.
It happens. Especially
No, I
first
gave it a
last
state
year.
for beehives.
Oh my goodness.
I'm stuffed when I ate them 2
Because that's
pieces
what they
of
are. The
bread.
apartments are nothing more than beehives.
Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
My ideal place
We're
is somewhere
done.
where I can
No,
step out of my front porch.
it's not a pancake house, it's an
No,
Italian
anywhere
restaurant.
to offend.
That's what I said. I don't want to be up there where you can't see no house. I
Don
drank.
does
Everybody
always.
says, "Oh, where's that house
If
up
I
there?"
can
No,
see
I
my
don't.
neighbor's roof, you're
You
too
can't
close.
see it. Way too close.
That's right.
What's on schedule for tomorrow? Anything?
Yeah. We're going to that other place.
Okay.
It's, the place we
Yeah, I
were
think
supposed to
so.
go to today.
Oh,
Go ahead and
okay.
get started.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
I figured, Kate did run in, but he didn't. He did get here.
Yeah.
Give him plenty of time.
Give him plenty
He's
of
an hour
time.
late, so.
Right.
I gotta know what else I gotta come up with.
You don't have to come up with nothing.
Yeah, I do,
Why?
because there's a limit on the room.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'll tell you later.
Okay, tell me later.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started here, guys. Let me get this brought back up here.
Any chance I can ask you to start in 5 minutes?
I must be
Good,
close
let
to
you
this
finish eating.
meeting.
Well, it'll probably
No,
take you
he's
5
got
minutes.
no
Yes,
right.
sir.
Oh,
Oh, the
probably take me that long to get set up, so yeah,
Okay.
go right on ahead.
Whatever. I'll join you so you're not smoking along.
I'll join you too, because I gotta go get some money.
Hi, Lori Wolf. Yeah, so we're gonna get started here in a few minutes. I'm stuffed, guys. I'm ready to go home and go to bed.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Yeah, same
yeah.
here.
Still, it's good to meet you.
That look okay?
Yeah, that's
All right
fine.
from there?
I can see it.
I don't need to see
Shall
it.
we?
Hi, Lori.
Oh, we don't need to see it.
Nope.
At least one more time. At least one more time.
Let's see.
I told him what you said, but I didn't say you said it. Huh?
I can't eat no more. I ate all I can eat. I'm stuffed. Phew. There's that better? You guys see it now? Oh my goodness. Somebody's gonna have to carry me home and just throw me in my bed. I'm stuffed.
Or chain you to the back where I'm home. Pull you home.
Goodness gracious.
They give you fun to eat here.
Oh, such nice people, huh?
Yeah, they're nice people. There's people like that all over the place that just don't know what to do or how to help or what they can do. And the sad part is most of these people already are aware of the Constitution and stuff. It's
What do we
not
do?
knowing what to do to get back to where we need to be. It's the hard part.
Yeah, a lot of them think there's nothing they can do.
Right.
That's part of it.
Yeah. So, how do we do that?
No.
Come on, you gotta have all the answers.
Well, I just go back to what David said about repent and turn.
Yeah, we need to. That's what it all comes down to.
But I really believe that God knows all about it, and whatever His will is, what do we do? Yeah, maybe we ought to ask Him.
Yeah. I'd say that'd be a good start.
Yeah. We always get frustrated, and then we go, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And Kentucky goes, the Lord's plan. Oh, right. I asked the boy to turn the light on. He's
You sure?
see any switches. There must be a main switch for lighting it. So these guys want to do something.
Yeah,
Just like that.
If they want
Yeah.
to really want to do something, they might want to be a lead in their district.
Do you know if we can turn these lights off?
I think the lights are like in the set. So if we turn these lights off, it turns off like the ones over here as well.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah, turn them off.
If it wasn't for the whole restaurant, we turned them off back here.
Okay.
Sorry about
That's
that.
all right. We'll just squint. No, it's
Sorry.
So we got some
so you
music.
guys are leaving here?
Good shit.
Huh?
Take a
Big
breather.
supper. What'd you have?
Wow, look at that bar over there. What fun is that? Really, this town looks
Yeah.
way more fun than it
Very
used
good.
to. I don't remember all this stuff.
If you want to have a good, whatever they are,
Yeah.
a Greek festival.
I didn't grow up in Sealand, but
Yeah,
I
I
did
need to
grow
do
up
that.
down the
They're
street.
authentic, yeah.
I went to high school on the same street, but a little ways south of there. What do you think, Mom? Alright, let's keep moving. Like, people here are everybody's partying. Really, this is like so much more fun than I thought. Now, Cheryl, or anybody if you Leo, please, I don't even know It's little, but it's interesting.
Looks like they're coming in
So
from the
it's
southern
interesting
states.
too that I do have some books with me in my book.
Exactly what that is, with your own eyes.
There are
I want to get closer so I can pay attention.
this area.
Is the sea okay? It's kind of small.
Yeah, I
but-
got my glasses.
Yeah, they can't turn the lights off because they turn the restaurant off.
Oh, we can't do that, right?
Right.
Okay,
The book is
we're 1776 Restoration Movement. We are here this evening to redress our grievances. We are working with the other patriots in America to try to unite America, to try to get our Constitution back and reinstate the Constitutional Republic, instill morality back into society. We got the redresses to the churches also. You know, we need more of those black robe regiment and preachers to stand up and preach God again instead of government. So we're stepping up. We are going from state to state, just getting down here into the grassroots, trying to educate, activate, and motivate. Try to get folks, let them realize that the government works for us. We are their bosses, and we should be able to redress our grievances with them on a daily basis. You know, we have to get into the school boards. We have to get into your mayor's offices, the city commissioner's office, the county commissioners. We have to build this from the ground up again. We need to build this foundation because we're on a slippery slope going downwards. Down here at the bottom, we know who our constitutionalists are. We know who's going to speak for we the people. It's time for us to stand up. David Rydell, he's our leader. He didn't exactly ask to be our leader. He kind of ended up in a parking lot with a bunch of us, and we all decided that he was the best spokesman for the group. So he's stepped up, and he's been an awesome guy. He's taking some time right now to drive the truck, pay for the truck, and one of these days he's going to be back out here with us. So get that truck paid off so we can use it. It's kind of an icon when it comes to the restoration movement. So we'll let him, guys, we've tried to redo this and do presentations ourselves. There just isn't, we just can't do it the way he did it.
No.
I mean, the way he speaks it, the way he tells you about it, it's just we can't ditto that. So we're gonna let's listen to what he's got to say, and then we'll go on from there whenever he gets done. So let's get you started. It's turned up here.
We are the 1976 Restoration Movement. Our goal is to bring Americans together in a united front to restore our nation to its rightful place as a constitutional republic and a moral society. For our founders knew we could not have one without the other. We are here to educate, to activate, and to motivate you and others like you in this task. Let's begin by diagnosing the problem. Thomas Jefferson said the true theory of our Constitution is surely the wisest and best, that the states are independent as to everything within themselves and united as to everything respecting foreign affairs. Let the general government, or federal government, be reduced to foreign concerns only, and let our affairs be disentangled from those of all other nations, except as to commerce, which the merchants will manage the better, the more they are left free to manage for themselves. And our general government may be reduced to a very simple organization and a very inexpensive one. A few plain duties to be performed by a few servants. Let's look at this more closely. The true theory of our Constitution is surely the wisest and best, that the states are independent as to everything within themselves and united as to everything respecting foreign affairs. What does this mean? Simply that each state is to have their own sovereignty. We are now 50 experimental labs of liberty. If California wants to make some crazy law, that law only affects California. A citizen of that state can then either fight that law or move to a state that aligns more closely with their belief system. However, when the federal government makes that same crazy law, where do you move then? There are over 430 unelected government agencies that now make most of the laws that govern our lives. And their drive is to protect their turf. Both of these last statements come from Forbes, July 5th, 2017. An example. A government agency such as the EPA may identify a problem in New Jersey, but their solution is not just for New Jersey. It now affects all 50 states. It may work well for the problem in New Jersey, but it creates real problems in Mississippi or Indiana. This is the root of the problem. The federal government was never supposed to have this much power over the states. Listen again. The states are independent as to everything within themselves. If California makes a law, or any other state, and it fails, they alone are responsible for that failure. That is not the case today, because the federal government is too busy bailing out failures in the experiment of liberty. Also, when he says the general government or federal government may be reduced to a very simple organization and a very inexpensive one, a few plain duties to be performed by a few servants, does that sound anything like what we have today? Here are some more issues that must be dealt with. America is a republic, not a democracy. That individual liberties, defined by the Bill of Rights, came from God, not from government. Government is established to ensure those rights. That's it. Also, the Constitution is to be the supreme law of the land. Also, an immoral, inactive, and uneducated people will cede their freedom to another. These are facts that we cannot shy away from. Let's examine the difference between a republic versus a democracy. We are hearing now that we are a democracy, but are we? Or are they just going to make us a democracy? Democracy is the rule of man, where a republic is the rule of law. Let me explain. The glaring difference is the philosophical nature of these two systems of government. Where a democracy focuses on the collective's opinion, a republic focuses on the rights of the individual. A democracy is still ruled by the people, but the focus is on the collective, i.e., majority rule. This is a dangerous form of government because 51% of the people can determine the way of life for 49% of the citizenry. When this happens, rebellion is inevitable. Therefore, no pure democracy has ever lasted for very long. The average age of a national constitution is only 17 years. Why did our founders reject establishing a democracy? because a democracy focuses on collective equality, where a republic focuses on individual liberties. Let's study individual liberties. The Declaration of Independence declares that all men are created equal. Yet after we are born, no one will ever be equal. You cannot mandate equality. Our choices, natural talent, motivation, etc., will take us to our own path. However, individual liberty allows us to seek our own success. We are not free because we're Americans. We're Americans because we're free. But make no mistake, there is a cost and a price for liberty. Freedom isn't free. It's not just a catchphrase. It's the truth. Each generation must pay the price for liberty. What price are you willing to pay so that you and your family can be free? Thomas Paine said, "These are the times that try men's souls. The summer soldier and the sunshine patriot will, in this crisis, shrink from the service of their country. But he that stands by it now deserves the love and thanks of man and woman. Tyranny, like hell, is not easily conquered. Yet we have this consolation with us, that the harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph. What we obtain too cheap, we esteem too lightly. It is dearness only that gives everything its value. Heaven knows how to put a proper price upon its goods, and it would be strange indeed if so celestial an article as freedom should not be highly rated." Patrick Henry dove to the depth of the price of liberty. Is life so dear, or peace so sweet, as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery? Forbid it, Almighty God. I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty or give me death. Oh, make no mistake. We will pay the price of liberty, or we will lose it. What is your liberty worth? Is peace more important than your liberty? Is safety or security more important than your liberty? What price are you willing to pay for your children or your grandchildren to live free? Make no mistake, our republic is under attack. Equality that is being preached is the enemy of individual liberty. Equality favors small groups, giving them special privileges. Those special favors may alienate anyone who is outside of that small group. But no one or group has special freedoms in a republic. Each individual has the same right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness as further defined in the Bill of Rights. We now see government, or those federal agencies, make laws that violate our life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Hard-working Americans are now paying 50% of what they earn when all the taxes are totaled to governments, state, local, and federal. Then they give that money to individuals who can work like you do, but choose not to work at all. These particular pictures were taken from social media accounts where people were bragging about the millions they built from the federal government during the COVID crisis. That was your money. Or they give money, billions, to countries that hate us, threaten us, or openly ridicule our way of life. Or they slip it under the table to enrich their family and friends with special government contracts. Yeah, we're kind of getting tired of that. There are two Americas trying to coexist. One holds the value of hard work, taking care of yourself and your family, honor and respect, pride in our nation, our flag, our history. The other hates these values and is trying to destroy them. This fundamental difference is rooted in the changing of American culture. Over time, the ideology of love of God, love of country, love of family has been replaced with love of self, and, well, you get where I'm going. The responsibility for one's own outcome has been replaced with the state owes me my retirement, my health care, my safety, my security. But if there is no individual responsibility, there can be no individual liberty. There is another issue that must be addressed immediately. That is, we have lost our moral compass so much that what once would have been and was considered insanity is now heralded as brave. If we lose our republic, this one reason is to blame. Our unwillingness to defend moral absolutes. I remember our unbelief when the Episcopal Church first embraced homosexuality. Yet many of our own churches were silent about the adultery that was going on in our own pews. We were warned of this possibility. John Adams said, "We have no government armed with power capable of contending with human passions, unbridled by morality and religion. Our Constitution was made only for a religious and moral people. It is wholly inadequate for the government of any other." In order to enjoy individual liberty, we must be able to govern our own lives. Self-governance must begin with individual morality. When we begin to lose individual and then collective morality, laws become necessary to govern us. And with each law that is made, you will lose more and more of your individual liberty. There must be an unmovable standard of morality. Our founding fathers used the Word of God as that standard. Now churches have left it to the government to set the national morals. And they are now starting to set the groundwork for even normalizing pedophilia by changing the name to minor attracted persons. While at the same time, they're trying to destroy a family business that, due to a moral belief, refused to bake a cake for a homosexual couple. The American church is largely responsible for our loss of morality and thus our loss of liberty. Pastors are more focused on building a church and have forgotten that they are supposed to be building a kingdom. And in so doing, they have resorted to preaching messages intended to make the congregation feel good instead of preaching the truth and against sin. There is little use in reestablishing a constitutional republic if we don't also restore our individual and national morality. It is the church who is supposed to feed the hungry. It is the church who is supposed to heal the sick. It is the church who is supposed to educate our citizens. It is the church who is supposed to take care of the widows and the children. In a paraphrase of Dr. Martin Luther King, the church was never supposed to be the servant or the master of the state, but it was supposed to be the moral conscience of the state. The church has given the sovereignty of the Bible on morality to the government. Now the government dictates what is moral or immoral. What must we do? We must educate ourselves on our true system of government. Study the founding documents, the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, the Federalist Papers. I recommend highly Constitution Alive. You can find it on YouTube. David Barton and Rick Green do a great job of explaining the Constitution from a biblical worldview. However, first and most importantly, we must, as our founding fathers did, earnestly and most sincerely invoke the God of heaven to our aid. 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray, and seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, and will forgive their sin, and will heal their land. We must first become humble, recognizing the fact that we can do nothing without the help and blessing of our God. Then we must pray. Pray like we have never prayed before. And seek His face. The best analogy I can give of this is when I went to my son's house. I have a 2.5-year-old grandson. And in deep conversation, sometimes I don't hear him say, Papa, Papa, Papa. I'm focused on the conversation I'm having with my son, until my grandson, who will not be denied, climbs up into my lap, takes his little hands and turns my face in his direction and says, Papa. Then the conversation is over. He has my undivided attention. We must return the face of God to our nation, for no nation will ever succeed when God turns His face from it. And repent or turn from our sin. Then and only then, the Bible says, will I hear from heaven, and will forgive their sin, and will heal their land. The church is the reason for our moral decline. But we are also the solution to this problem. 1776 Restoration Movement was built for this very reason. Our mission is to contact and get a commitment from every elected official in this state to work with us in restoring our constitutional republic. Those who agree and commit to this mission, we will watch their voting record. And if it aligns with the mission, we will put our entire membership to work to ensure their re-election. Those who refuse or are constitutionalists in name only, we will find a real patriot to primary them and remove them from the political process. Many have asked, what will I do when I join the 1776 Restoration Movement? We ask that you dedicate at least 2 hours a week to being an active member of the 1776 Restoration Movement. We must be committed to educate ourselves, our friends and family, even our politicians. We need some of you to be media watchdogs. Some will be chosen to speak with those elected to every office in this state. Some will canvass neighborhoods with information that we garner. And some will give this presentation. Remember, these are the times that try men's souls. But the national group who founded the 1776 Restoration Movement, they are warrior patriots. They have volunteered to brave the cold, the heat, and the hate. Make no mistake, this will be no easy task. This is a process, and we are way behind. This must become the driving issue in our lives right now. It is time to stand up and protect our faith, our family, and our country. We are the 1776 Restoration Movement. We have come from all over this great nation because we fear what our federal government is trying to do to our way of life. But we will not fear our government. We believe in the peaceful resolution of our grievances. Our national chapter spent 34 days straight on the National Mall, proving that we will do what it takes to stand for individual liberty. Our goal is to look every elected official dead in the eye. Those who agreed to help us restore a constitutional republic, we will pour all our efforts into their re-election. We do this not because we have the right to. We do this because we have a duty to. We do it for our children and our grandchildren. Will you stand with us today?
And like I said, nobody can say it the way David Vidal does. He's just got a way about him, the way he says things, the way he puts things in perspective, and just there's no way any one of us could do it the way he did it. But from here, like I said, we're doing our research, getting down into the grassroots. We got all the information on District 1 is on the Tennessee page. We're working on doing our research on those folks and find out how many of them are constitutionalists, how many of them are voting for we the people and speaking for we the people. So the information is going to be out there. I'm working on getting District 2 together now, and we're also going to be working District 3. So we're going to work our way across the state. When we get to Memphis and Nashville, man, we're going to need the people. We're going to need to be able to stand up and get this mission, this word out to those folks in those blue areas. But starting over here on the eastern side, well, I know there's a lot of patriots and stuff over here. I think this is going to be our best bet to be able to build up to what's going on in Nashville and Memphis. No doubt, I don't believe there's any doubt that we're going to need as many as we can once we get that area. But that kind of completes the seminar part of it. You guys got any questions for us? Or? You didn't already know?
A lot of it was starting off was one of the first things I said when I got here. One of the biggest pet peeves is calling our country a democracy. Because it's not.
Every time I hear that, I yell. I'm like, no, it's not.
He doesn't
I
like
can't
watching
take it. it's just like, my goodness, because that's how they import that lie into society, is just by repeating it over and over and over again. Eventually people believe it's a democracy. No, it's
You know,
not.
I'll randomly just post on Facebook, we do not live in a democracy, it is a constitutional republic.
Right.
A democracy is one rule. We are not one rule. We, the people, are the rule. When we elect
It's
them,
like how he stated,
to work for us.
democracy is a rule of man, republic is a rule of law. It's focused on individual rights.
Exactly.
You know, it's like whenever you hear one of these, which I believe are orchestrated, one of these school shootings or a mass shooting, and they go, how many children have to die before this happens? Well, I'll tell you what, I'm the type of person, when you pull on my heartstrings, they snap. All right, because when you intentionally pull on them, it's not going to work, and I see it. And I'll tell you what, I will not give up my liberties for anybody's kids.
I'm not either.
Because my freedoms will be more inclined to save
If
those
I
children.
give,
in the
if I
future.
give up my liberties now, that means my kids are going to live in slavery because I gave up today.
I'll
I'm
take
not going to
freedom
give it
over
up
security.
today. I'm not going to give it up today. I'm not going to give it up tomorrow. And I'm definitely going to give it up next week. The Lord's got He's in this. There's no doubt. He has opened way too many doors. He has closed way too many doors, and He just has made this possible. And you know, and the Lord's in it. You know that you're on the right path. You know, and we're going to keep fighting this, and we're going to get down. Like I said, we're going to change America one at a time.
Change it
But
back.
bringing the freedom movements together. You know, everybody out there's got their own sense of what freedom means to them. You know, you've got the pro-lifers, you got the 2A'ers, you got us that are trying to restore the constitutional republic. You know, those freedom movements are out there. The people's movement, the freedom movement, the truckers movement, all of that together. We just have to combine. We have to get united up so that we can talk to these politicians and let them know how we're feeling about
We, the
this.
people, need to be educated that the Bill of Rights is there for a reason, and it's called a Bill of Rights for a reason. It's not called a list of indoctrinated powers for the government. It is a Bill of Rights.
Yes. That's
And
our
it's-
laws.
And it's not there, like you said, it's not there that the government gave it to us. It's there to let the government know, listen, this is what you can't screw
God
with.
gave us these rights. You can't take those away from us.
You know, it was just put in writing so you know what not to mess with.
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe he should do it, be a speaker.
Oh yeah, we'll bring you in as a speaker. We'll
He's
talk
definitely
to
the
our-
smarter one.
You want to bring people in, don't you?
Oh yeah. Yes. We need people that can go talk to
What are
these
you doing
politicians.
Saturday?
I think I might come check out the rally.
Yeah, come on.
I want to meet some more people and hear what other people are hearing. I'd like to see I'd like to see some people on the fence and try and help get them educated.
Right.
Yeah, that's what every day.
It's time to get off.
You know,
now.
you know, I mean,
Us
and
being
I'm the
out
type
there
of
every
person
day.
I believe that in order to clean up the country, we have to start in our own backyards. And we need to start at the smallest levels with, you know, just people's knowledge. And, you know, police need to be trained better. They need to be trained to know the law. You know, I'm tired of, seeing these videos, and it's costing taxpayers millions of dollars every year because these cops don't know what the hell they're doing.
And every time you check them out, look at their sheriff that they're working under, that sheriff's not constitutional.
You know, I'm
He is
worried
not
about him
following
when he
that
gets pulled over and I'm sitting in his passenger seat because the cop ain't gonna like me. Because 9 times out of 10, they want to violate anybody's rights that's in the car, and I won't do it.
Yeah. We have to
You know,
stand.
if I can break the law,
Film
you know,
them.
huh?
Film them.
Oh, absolutely,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Just gonna take getting this together. Like I said, one American at a time.
He has a
We go
nephew that's a
one
state
and one and
trooper,
one.
and he's not one of my favorite people. But from what I understand, he's a good guy and he does it right. But I'm seeing too many expectations and not enough examples.
Yeah. We need to get that out there. We need to get that. We're gonna get that information out there so everybody is
I might
getting the
actually
same
be
information.
able to get Skylar into this because he is the example.
Right?
Well, I've never
Right.
had a legal interaction with him.
No, you haven't. But when he started as an officer, he was working for the sheriff's department, and the sheriff started doing some dirty stuff, and he stopped working for the sheriff and went to the police department. And when
body camera
when the
footage disappeared,
when the sheriff finally got caught and investigated and replaced with people that were doing the right thing, then he went back to the sheriff's department. And now he's a state trooper.
That's awesome.
He stood up. He is, I mean, I talked to him.
We gotta get more people to
I
do that.
talked to him. He is a straight up guy. You know, he's not one of these people, oh, I have a badge now, so that gives me some kind of invisible power.
That's the badge don't boost his ego.
Maybe he would want to be the sheriff.
There's been talk about it.
We've already spoken
There's been talk
about
about
it.
it.
I can actually, I mean,
But he needs a couple more years under.
yeah, he's in his mid-20s.
Well, just to have the experience. You
He's
know,
in his
he's done
mid-20s. I can
county,
see him
he's
in the
done
White
local,
House.
he's doing state. Let him get the experience, learn how to deal with people. You know, give him time to know what he's talking about. Instead of having one of these sheriffs that come out, oh, I didn't see anything wrong. Meanwhile,
He's working
the
under a
cop,
good sheriff. I mean,
you know,
whenever he
meanwhile,
went back
now
to the
he's
sheriff,
defending,
whenever
you
he
know,
went back to
violating
the sheriff,
someone's rights for
he
Christmas
went under
Sunday.
the sheriff.
Is he a
And the
trooper for
sheriff
what state?
And
Tennessee.
deputy
Tennessee.
both got
How's your
charged
governor?
And
Oh, I'm pissed with
booted
that
out.
governor.
Really? Do you know that's who is he your brother?
No, it's his nephew.
Your nephew's boss?
Is
Get
the
him,
governor?
get him out.
Yes.
Well, my biggest
The
reason why I'm
governor
not
owns
happy
the
with
state police.
Governor Billy right now.
The mayor
is
owns the city
he's
police.
showing that he's more of a
We
rhino
own
than
the
a
sheriffs.
Not
And
standing
he's, you know,
for
after
the-
that Nashville shooting, he's trying to invoke red flag laws.
Guns don't kill people, people kill people.
Amen.
Tools don't kill people without someone wielding them,
I
period.
mean, somebody could kill you with a chainsaw, you know, it ain't the chainsaw that did it, it's the person behind the chainsaw.
Chainsaw.
I mean, it's echo chambering again,
train.
but it's not about guns, it's about control.
It is about control.
It's about control. Because they want to see things, I mean, this could be considered conspiracy theories, but they want to do like they did over in Europe, the European Union. They'd like to turn us into the North American Union, and they can't do that as long as we have firearms.
That's right.
Turning our sovereignty over to another. 3 jobs that they have: keep us sovereign, protect our borders, and ensure freedom, you know, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness for every American.
Tell me why Biden's
At all
not
3.
in prison. That's
He's
what
the
I
British
want.
president,
Right.
the deep state.
I think we all want to know that.
What's your name again? George. What's your name again? I'm terrible with names.
Joe.
Joe. Joe, I hope to see you again.
Oh, please, come on.
David. I'm telling you, I'm
Thank you
terrible
all.
with names. And who knew I would be leaving from work and some lady waving a flag in front of Walmart was going to get me to turn around? And that got me here today.
All
Hey,
right.
it's all part of God's plan. You know,
So,
there's no
so
doubt
the
about
flag's
it.
got you, right?
It was, I don't know who it was, but there was one of the women, like right by the road, waving a big flag, and I pulled back around. I thought someone was selling flags made in America, and that's what got me to pull around.
All right.
And then you've given me the
Fire.
schedule,
Yeah.
so that's what got us here today.
Right.
Oh, we appreciate you guys coming, no doubt. I wish we'd had more, but it's coming. It's coming. One day this room will be
We're not gonna
completely
give up.
full.
not giving
Over
up.
I
back.
want a room the size of a football field and then some full.
Well, whenever we got down to Mississippi, we was down there, we had pretty good size turnout down there.
We even had the guy that
After, I
was,
just gotta be there for a little while,
running
get people,
governor.
let people know that we're there,
he was,
you know, and that we're activating and educating. So that's the big part right there, is letting people know that we're here. And that's the whole part with sticking around this area, you know, for a couple months, just so people know that we're here, we're gonna build this, we're just gonna keep doing across the state.
You got the address for Saturday?
It's the VFW.
The Veterans Memorial,
Veterans
Memorial Park in Greenville. And the reason we didn't put it out on the flyer is we do have Antifa, BLM, and blah, blah. They are after us. You know, the bigger we get, the more issues we're gonna have.
Yeah, they don't want you to be a thorn in their
Whenever
side.
we put
That's
out
what
there,
we
usually
need.
we put out there
We know we're
early
doing
where we're
stuff
gonna be, what we're
right.
gonna be doing. They will call these
I
facilities
think
and they'll
local
get us
was out of
canceled.
there, Ben.
So not putting it out there until the week ahead is kind of a security issue so that we don't lose our venues.
Okay.
Because,
Well,
you know, they're
says
they're
your
evil.
website and stuff on.
Yes.
Okay.
Go on that
Well, he
website,
can
you can
look
find
that
out,
up.
you can find out any place we're at, the national team and Tennessee team.
Did I get one of those pocket constitutions?
No, but you can have one. You grab a couple of those, Ma.
I'm gonna, where are they?
They're over there on the table with your papers.
Where? I had
In
them.
the
This not them?
Yep, that's them.
There's one.
He's got some up there on the table,
I didn't have one in mind.
You can give you a couple. Take one of those too.
Did you want to sign this?
Oh yeah, could you guys sign in for us? That way,
Absolutely.
anything that we have going on.
You guys are trying to make some change.
Hey, look,
We're gonna get it done.
I'm hoping to see you again.
Absolutely,
Well, you know,
absolutely. And we're trying to get down to around the Maryville area. You know, Knoxville, there's just no going straight into Knoxville with what we got, you know, as far as Antifa down there. So we'll be
I've
surrounding
never seen
Knoxville.
Antifa down there. I used to Uber down there.
Really? Yeah, they're busy.
I mean, I know
They're
it's a very
busy.
liberal college, but
Yeah.
can I make one suggestion about your video?
Absolutely.
Put a face to it.
I agree.
Yeah, when you had
And the
said it,
reason
I was
being is,
expecting to see
you know,
the man you were talking
one, you
about.
get younger
Yeah,
people,
Well, you know what I did?
and that feels too much like
I just bypassed it.
you know, it just seems like someone's reading facts. If you put
Yeah.
a voice, you get emotion, which brings people in.
Agreed.
You're right, because we know him, you know.
I know you do,
They
but
don't.
seeing emotion and seeing how
Yeah.
someone expresses themselves, you know, verbal is
There
only
is.
7% of how we communicate.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the person.
You know, the
But
majority
that's
of how we
not
communicate
really
with each
him.
other is body language and tone. You gotta see that.
There he is.
If you have it in PowerPoint, you're gonna lose people's attention.
Oh, I agree.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's
When
one
you
thing
had
that he's actually working on
You know what his nickname is?
more of a video to get out there.
He's got a big
Okay, I
belly
get it.
and a big beard.
Well, when you said he didn't choose,
What is Thursday?
The 22nd.
when you said he didn't choose to be the leader, the first thing that popped in my head was Washington didn't choose to be the first president.
Exactly.
Right? He did.
They actually wanted to make him king, and he said no, and became president, and that's what started the presidency.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know,
And he did the same thing. He didn't, you know, he just knew that we had to stand up. There's more for us to do. There's more work to be done. We couldn't
You should
just be
hear him
done
when he
whenever
gets
the
really
people's
mad.
convoy.
Oh.
We were hoping to have him down here Saturday for the rally, but he got a little ill, so he's working way behind right now. So we was hoping he'd be able to make it.
I wish.
Well, you know, we only had you two here, but still a success. Because you might go out, bring in
I actually tried to get
20, 30 more.
I've lived for 8 years,
people,
and
you
I
know.
have work acquaintances, but my brother's pretty much my only friend. That's another reason why I do it. I mean, it's at the bottom of my list for why I'm doing this. But one of the things at the bottom of my list is make some friends, and make some friends that have similar views as mine.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what we're doing. Just basically getting the same, you know. And even if people don't agree, we still want to let them know that we're out there. Just to let them
You
know
wanna
that
add
we
your
are
phone to this
fighting
church?
for them also.
Yeah, put my phone number on.
Yeah, absolutely. That way we
Understand,
just let
I don't
them
have
know.
a smartphone, so I can only get texts and calls.
Oh, you're smart.
Well,
You don't need a
whenever
phone
we
to
get our,
start.
when we get our lead going down here in, this is Claiborne County.
Yeah.
Whenever we get the leads going, you know, throughout the state, we're gonna have leads in every county and every city. That way we can keep a closer eye on what's going on in our community. Absolutely. You know, if we get those lead people in there and get them activated and get them educated on what we're doing, then it's gonna be a lot easier to be able to get information to everybody that's in the group.
There's
So,
a chance, I mean, I already, that's why I was asking earlier, I wanted to see what the drive was, 'cause, you know,
yeah.
we're not rich, you know, we make $15 an hour, and, you know, we live
We're
on
not
our own,
after-
there's no one else to
We
pay
are
our
not
bills.
after your money. We
But
are
it's not
after-
about you being
It's
after our money, it's us having the money to go to you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I hear you.
Gas ain't free right
I
now.
know, right? I
What
know
are these
it's
over
tough.
here? These bumper stickers?
Yeah, these are magnets.
Magnets and
Some
decals.
magnets, some stick on.
This one's beautiful. I love it.
You know, but you guys are on, you know,
You can
you're the echo
stick it
chamber
on
I'm
your
looking for to
car.
try and get more people to realize what
Good
we're
deal.
doing.
Good deal.
And I'd like to learn more.
You know, the
to
only
get
reason I
involved
wouldn't put
because
something
I'm
like this in my
something-
car, I'd be afraid someone would
We gotta deal with it.
I'm angry over
Alright, guys.
politics and, you know.
Sorry I left
yell
y'all
at
You gotta put
hanging.
that somewhere.
all the
You
time.
gotta put that in there somewhere, right?
Anyways,
Let us see what we can do good.
You know,
with it.
I can't watch a video, you know.
That's a good question, KB Camino.
Without
This
screaming
one
at the
I
cop.
really like.
That might be something I might look into
I don't
doing.
know how many times I do that just going down the road.
You know, I make it a point, like, you know, I'm not someone that just hears something and takes it at face value. I look it up. I want to make sure that what I'm being told is the truth.
I'm the same
Because
way.
if I'm going to repeat it, I'm not, my one thing my father always taught me is don't talk out your ass.
2007.
There you go.
I'm not from Missouri, but you're gonna have to show me.
I've seen a few.
You know, I wanna see it. You can't just tell me it's happening. I wanna
I'm
see
gonna look
it.
it up, you know, and
Yeah.
I've, you know, since I started watching these videos, you know, it wasn't until after Obama got elected that I started paying attention to politics.
Yeah.
That's where I started seeing where things had started, you know, because at the time, you know, I voted for Obama the first time, I'll admit it. I was thinking, you know, maybe this is going to show that we've grown as a country and that we've gotten past this 1930s Russell like bullshit.
And all it is is
I'm
like
sorry,
that.
if you were white, if you were black,
I can't find them nowhere.
you were going to have some type of prejudice towards someone that
I used to buy this one at Walmart.
It's just how it is. It might be something stupid.
I am a Heinz 57. I can't be prejudiced because I got the whole running.
I hate
it.
You know, but I mean, it's something as stupid as, you know, you think Asians are bad drivers, or you think they're lazy, or you think full blown, you know, they should be put down. Everybody has some type of specialist. So let's stop focusing on what this color person, that color person, and just start focusing on this person did this to this
The
person,
action.
it's wrong.
The
This is
action.
wrong.
Right. Agreed.
You know,
It's
but
the
instead,
action
you
that
know,
they have done
you
that
know,
caused
put
it.
that,
It's not
you know,
one
more
race or
white
the other
people
race.
actually act, you know, this black person got shot by this white cop.
Just because they're trying to divide. And that's the mainstream media, just trying to divide us
And
even
at the same
more.
time, what the hell is the cops actually about the laws? How much is the cop actually wrong in the situation
Yeah.
to begin with? You know, so
You
it's
gotta
a double-edged
educate.
sword. You can't sit there and go,
We
well,
can
blame
educate
it about
them right
race.
along with Joe Schmo across the street. We gotta educate the officers, we gotta educate the sheriffs, that's what he's saying. Educate your politicians on what that
That's why
Constitution
I'm saying,
says.
I mean, lawyers, just to practice in a courtroom, even though I hate when cops ask you what law school you went to. You don't have to go to law school to understand
I've
law.
read it, yeah.
You know, but, you know, lawyers have to spend 4 additional years in law school to practice law in a courtroom.
Yeah.
But yet cops get no training in the law to enforce it in the streets.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how we gotta educate them too. It's all
How we
about
doing, KB
educating
Camino?
all of them, you know?
You know, one of the
Hi,
Trina.
I like to watch, I don't miss an episode, I haven't missed it for years. There's a channel called
Hi, Judy
Water's
Flatbread.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Joe's big on that one too.
Because, you know, they, you know, it's
Hopefully,
not so much
hopefully. I think we will.
break down where they
Where
went
they're
wrong.
Getting them
I've
a few at a
seen
time,
it,
absolutely.
you know, the cop isn't right.
We'll have.
The person being pulled over would have an the cop isn't wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, Angie.
But it's how you educate. How you educate them on the fact how they were wrong and what they did wrong. And we have to make sure that, yeah, we get out there and we activate these folks. And let them know what it is to be right and what it is to be wrong.
All right, guys.
What we're gonna do. We're gonna have to
Hi, Trina.
keep us out of slavery.
So,
I'd love to get the chance to be able to talk to people and hopefully.
probably gonna shut this down until we get to the campground. Maybe we'll go live for a little bit. Maybe we'll do a little Bible study again. I enjoyed that little Bible study last night.
You know, we've got freaking middle schoolers.
I don't know if they're done here yet or not,
It
but
says there's 2 genders. And the school is covered in pride.
And that's when I found out about the
Kitty litter boxes in the bathroom. Yeah, come on. Come on. We don't need boys in the girls' bathroom, girls in the boys' bathroom.
Transsexual male. The transition from man to female.
No, we both
You're
still
still trusting men. All that talking.
Oh, no, he's definitely the cook. He's definitely the cook.
It don't matter what they do, what kind of operation, they're still what they are.
They're still what God made them.
They-
They're still what God
Well, that's
made
the whole
them.
thing.
Yeah, what God made them.
Want someone that was transgender.
She's thinking. She's probably thinking on it.
I want people to just accept me for who I am, and I reply back, I was like, you didn't accept me for who you
We had a little controvery.
You know, it doesn't matter what like you were born or, you know. Good to meet you. You know,
Thank you, Virtual Productions.
I'm agnostic.
I
I fully
Exactly
support
what it
you.
is.
Making a difference.
Well, that's my whole thing. Is, I mean, like the Constitution, you know, you have freedom of religion. You know, and I have my own beliefs, I have my own reasons. But I'll tell you what, I will support you if you want to believe in Christianity,
Well, that's the First
Judaism.
Amendment.
You know, if you want to, you know, if you're not hurting other people,
Exactly.
believe in what you want. I believe I have a good moral code. I'm not out to hurt anybody. I'm not out to do anything wrong.
Just
Right.
like I'm terrible.
You know, I help people when
It takes me a while.
That's what
So
they say.
when we
you
show
know,
up
but I
at the rally,
and a lot of it has to
me
do with like the mega churches. You know,
so they
I'm
can get my
afraid
attention. So I
Thank you
feel
guys
lost.
so much. We appreciate
And
you.
I felt like I was sitting in an infomercial or a really bad talk show in a church. You know, she was there to get baptized, and we had to sit through this whole whatever. It wasn't a sermon; it was a presentation of something. And they talked about money goals, and millions, and they're talking about building churches here and there and across the globe. And it's like, when you get all this kind of money, how are you helping the community?
That's it.
Because you're a open church. That's where the money should be going.
Getting them redresses
You
in
know, and
church
then
too.
when we went through this whole thing and they did the baptism, they had worship and praise going up on the stage while they're doing the baptism in a hot tub off to the side of the main stage. It's like,
It wasn't even main
why am I
focus.
here to see this? I could have done this for her at home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wasn't even
You
main
know,
focus.
this is what the whole service should be about. If you're doing baptisms, you should be running an infomercial.
Yep, that's
Absolutely. Well,
And,
that's our redress.
and I'm the type of person when I see stuff like that, it gets under my collar, and I've got to contain myself because I'm the type of person that I will get up and I will speak what's on my mind. If it pisses me off.
I think that's a good.
And it makes people mad. Like, you know, at work we had a situation where they changed our lunch schedule by 1 hour for a temporary part-time worker.
So everybody
So we
gets
had to
switched
go to
around
lunch a
for one
late
person.
hour for one person that might or might not come into work. That's only going to be there temporarily. And one of our bosses got upset because every time it got brought up that we had to go to lunch an hour late. When it's time to eat, I need to friggin' eat. You know, I got very few, you know, joys in life, and lunch is one of them.
Absolutely.
And they got mad because every time I go out, I got to do something to eat. I got to wait a whole other hour for someone who may or may not be here.
Oh my, yeah. Standing up for yourself. Standing
You
up
know,
for that
I
right.
get told I bitch too much.
No.
Sometimes we just gotta have our voices heard, whether they like it or not.
Everybody's going to know about it. That's all there
I
is to
live
it.
just past that.
Well, if you're not gonna have your
So
voice
I'm
heard, then
down in that
they're not gonna know
area.
how you feel about it. And that's what
We
we're
try
trying
to
to have our
have
voices
passive
heard.
aggressive or physically aggressive.
So much.
No, we don't know.
Well,
Well, let me get me something to eat.
And where the
You know, I don't need to be living away here.
66 gas station is.
Those are
He
expensive.
used to live behind me.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming, and I'm glad that you
Well,
guys
it's
got
nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, and
I
hopefully we'll see you Saturday. I know we got several more coming on Saturday from the southern part of Tennessee, so.
We'll get to know each other, get to talk some more.
absolutely.
All right.
We'd
It's
like
nice
to break
meeting you.
some bread and have us an
Hope to see you
auction.
again.
Thank you for lunch, well, dinner.
Thank you, we
That
appreciate
was
you
good.
guys.
Thanks, guys. It's good to meet you guys, both of you.
Well, I got your contact information.
We'll see
to
you
get things
Saturday.
going.
Saturday.
I'll be there.
Thank you guys.
All right, I had to sneak out there. Sorry, guys. Anyway, it was all right. I completely agree with everything that Santa says on there. I mean, it's pretty basic stuff. Those two guys seemed interested. You know, like I said, it's one or two or three at a time. You know, we'd love to see 500 at a time, right? You know, that would be awesome. But it's all in God's time, guys. But anyways, I am going to go ahead and shut this off. See if we can get these guys out of here, head back. I am tired. I'm ready to relax and just sit down and just take it easy for the night. I've got some other stuff I could be working on. Figure out my plans for Florida, all that sort of stuff. We'll see you all later. You guys have a good night. If we go live and do a Bible study or something, I'll be on. You guys will see me. Thank you guys for being on here and watching. I greatly appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Freedom Warriors out.